Am I the asshole for kicking out my brother, who our parents have previously disowned, because he told my now ex-fiancé that I cheated 9 years ago? For reference, my brother Owen is 19, I am 26, and my now ex-fiancé Randy is 28. Also for reference, already mentioned in the title, but my brother was kicked out when he was 16 because our parents snooped through his phone and found out he was gay. Owen had a birthday last weekend, so he invited his friends over, and they were all 18 to 22-year-olds, drinking and playing games. Randy and I were about to head out to let them have the place to themselves, when Owen asked if we wanted to join them. I initially refused, since I felt a bit too old to be playing drinking games with college kids, but he insisted it would be fun, and Randy thought it would be entertaining to act like college students again for one night. We all got pretty drunk as the evening went on, and Owen had the brilliant idea of playing Never Have I Ever. Everyone was laughing and having a good time, sharing embarrassing stories and secrets. A few rounds in, one of his friends came up with the statement, "Never have I ever cheated before." Now's a good time to mention that Randy is absolutely staunchly against cheating. His ex-fiancée cheated on him a few years back, and it emotionally wrecked him. He's told me multiple times that infidelity is his biggest deal breaker and something he could never forgive or move past. Unfortunately, as a lot of dumb, immature 17-year-olds do, I cheated on my boyfriend of 5 months when I was a teenager. It was a stupid, selfish mistake that I made in a moment of poor judgment. He found out about it and understandably ended things immediately. This was almost a decade ago. I obviously learned my lesson from the experience, and I look back at that time with deep shame and regret. I obviously never cheated since then and became a completely different person. Well, my brother knows about this incident from our teenage years, so when I didn't drink to the statement, he went, "Hey sis, what the hell? You know you cheated on Eric back in high school. You have to drink to that." He said it loudly enough for everyone to hear, including Randy. My boyfriend immediately paused, looked at me with this expression of shock and betrayal, looked back at Owen, and just walked out of the room without saying a word. I followed him upstairs and tried desperately to explain that it was a stupid teenage mistake from nearly 10 years ago, that I was a completely different person now, and that it had nothing to do with our relationship. But he wasn't having any of it, and ended our engagement on the spot. He packed his things and left that same night. I'm completely numb. I'm heartbroken beyond words. Randy was my everything and more, and I still don't know how I'm going to move on from losing him. We had been planning our wedding for next spring and talking about starting a family together. Owen tried to apologize the next morning, but I feel nothing but sadness and emptiness when I look at him. This morning, I served him with a formal eviction notice. He begged me to let him stay and said he didn't mean to ruin my relationship and that he just didn't think before he opened his mouth. But I just can't look at him right now without feeling this overwhelming sense of betrayal. He ruined my entire life in one careless moment. After everything I've done for him, after I raised him and cared for him like he was my own child when our parents threw him out for being gay, this is how he repays me. I feel so incredibly hurt and betrayed. Am I being unreasonable for kicking him out?